Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to Sondering Tarot, or if you're new here, hi, hello. My name is Celeste and we are going to be doing your May 2023 monthly reading. And if you guys want to skip ahead to the reading, I do have timestamps down below. For those of you that like the astrology, we have Pluto going retrograde in Aquarius May 1st. May 5th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and Mercury finally goes direct on the 15th of May. Be aware that we usually have a 2-week shadow period afterwards, so basically till the end of the month. And Jupiter also transitions into Taurus on the same day, so we get luck, abundance, and fortune. Very much with career and anything with a solid structure. The full moon lunar eclipse being in Scorpio, don't be surprised if you have a lot of emotional outbursts, you have trauma, things that have been left unhealed that come up that need to be addressed. And I forgot to include the new moon. Alright, that is totally fine. We're going to be using the Forest of Enchantment as the main deck and the Magical Dogs as clarifying decks. I will have those listed in the description box down below. And my ancestors, instead of doing my monthly reading spread, has asked me to do a Celtic cross this month. So we will be doing that as well. So I will see you guys on the other side. Alright, my lovelies, for those of you that have fast forward, my ancestors asked to do a Celtic cross for this month rather than my monthly reading layout. I'm kind of cramped for table space. I did not rearrange my camera frame. However, I've changed some of the lighting and I've got your spread out onto the table. The main deck we're using is the Forest of Enchantment. I'm going to use the Magical Dogs to clarify. So let's get into this. We'll start with the heart of the matter, of course. We have the 10 of Spells, the Wild Heart, the 8 of Boons in the reverse, the Black Shuck, the Oldest One, Enchanter's Wheel, the 6 of Spells, the 9 of Spells, the Wise Woman, the 8 of Visions, the 3 of Visions, the 6 of Boons, the 9 of Challenges in the reverse, and the Fairy Wind. I'm going to tuck this card under here because the 4 of Spells is actually our outcome. And for those that are not familiar with this deck, that is the 10 of Wands, the Fool card, the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, the Death card, the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, the 6 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the High Priestess, the 8 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords in the reverse, and the Chariot. Okay, so a fresh start when it comes to our burdens, our obstacles, our responsibilities, because there are certain things that we haven't been working on for the longest time, and that needs to end. There are things that we need to learn, and there's things that need to be restructured. And that is going to, of course, the restructuring is something that is valuable to us. It is something that is more rewarding in the end, especially if we use our insight and redraw our boundaries where it needs to go on what to leave out and what to keep. That way we're more balanced going forward. We're not as stressed. We're not as weighed down. And all the chaoticness, the unhappiness ends, and we're able to free up our energy moving forward. In other words, I'm sorry folks, this is a purge. The heart of the matter is a purge. It's that full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Remember, Scorpio is the planet of life, death, and rebirth. And an eclipse usually brings chaotic energy, and it usually brings a purge. It's just compounded much more this month, and it's going to be a lot of different things for a lot of different people, but it is fairly big energy. Let's Spirit, is there... Spirit, which way did you want the call? The upright or the reverse? The upright. I figured. I wanted to double check. So yeah, Judgment, the call. In other words, connecting to your higher self and your angels, your guides, your ancestors are asking you to do this, to handle it. The energy is there. The astrology is there. This is something that if you continue to ignore, it's going to come back around because you're literally called to tackle this. This is something that is orchestrated in divine timing with the universe for you to take action on. As I said, we have a literal portal gateway this month because of the eclipse. And this is an energy that lasts for about 6 months. So, as much as this is the gateway opening and this gets addressed, if you ignore it, sweep it under the rug, you know, put it on the back burner, it's going to come back around because you are literally called to take action on it now. I know a lot of people don't like to hear shadow work. They don't like to hear the word purge. They don't like to hear that they need to tackle their problems. However, if you ignore things, if you run away from it, that does not mean they go away. You are with yourself all the time, so your problems just travel with you. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to our obstacle, or how to get over the obstacle. And I'm hoping with my lighting situation you guys can see these beautiful cards without too much of a glare. I mean, it's a Llewellyn deck, so there is a gloss on the cards. Okay. All right. We have the Keeper of Challenges, which is our King of Swords. The Child of Spells, which is our Page of Wands. The Child of Challenges, which is our Page of Swords. The Child of Visions, which is our Page of Cups. Suspension, which is our Hangman. The Huntsman, which is Justice. The Weaver of Boons in the reverse, that's our Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Our Keeper of Visions, so that's our King of Cups. The Child of Boons, which is our Page of Pentacles. And yes, we just had all 4 pages right here in our obstacle, or how to get over our obstacle. And the 7 of Challenges, so our 7 of Swords in the reverse. And the 10 of Boons, or 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. We have to be very level-headed and very clear, very concise on any new actions we take, what we say, and how we feel. These 3 things combined, the Monty Biden, let me put my words back into my mouth. Sorry, this is Mercury retrograde having an effect on me. We have to be aware of our body, mind, and spirit. There we go. Our words, our actions, and our feelings all need to function as one. We need to be aware that they have an effect on each other. So when our actions and our feelings are in conflict, we're giving new opportunities all the time to address that. So instead of running away from anything that does not fit our version of happy, or anything that would also incite feelings of joy as well, that don't fit the perfect living scenario that we would have in our own perfect world, don't run from that. Don't run from that. Literally, don't run from that. So, be aware of when things are out of order. So if something's making you emotionally uncomfortable, Child of Visions, but our actions are different, then there's an imbalance there. And we need to ask ourselves, why is there an imbalance? Or if our words say one thing and our actions say another, that is also in conflict, despite whether our feelings about the situation are positive or negative. There is an imbalance, and that can be the source of unhappiness. Something is not right in your world. It's that, yeah, justice, cause and effect. So yes, being level-headed, being concise, seeing clearly is going to be the key to help us get over anything that comes up. Awareness. Take a moment to breathe, to stop with the Hangman over here, this suspension card, and find out where the imbalance is. Spirit, is there anything else you would like to add? Okay, 2 of Sky in the reverse, the Sea Alpha female, which is our Queen of Cups, the 6 of Sea, the 6 of Earth in the reverse, the 4 of Sea, and the Hermit card. Yeah, in the past you may not have made choices or refused to make choices. And to take care of yourself, you have to address the imbalances and think on it and really go within and locate that. It's that hangman suspension energy, being King of Swords, being clear, being concise on where the discrepancy is. Because you always want to live a healthy, fulfilling life in a way that you are happy with your situation at any point. I mean, there's a certain balance or synergy, being grounded and centered. And when you're out of whack, that there's too much give, too much take, or too much draining you at any point, that is a problem. So be aware where your energy goes. What are you wasting it on? What is taking it? Where are you overgiving? So yeah, very much awareness will help you over any obstacle that crops up. And the obstacle being, you know, unhappiness, something not right in your world, and even the urge for you to run away from that. Like I said, you can't ignore this, you can't run from it, you can't put it on the back burner. It'll come back around. It's not a problem that's gonna go away on its own. Tower. Yep, Tower. You have to shake up the energy. You have to change. You have to do something about it. Taking inaction all the time or not making the choice to take action, it is not going to get you a different outcome. So you have to get with the idea that something has to change. Something has to give. There needs to be a shift. There needs to be a demolish of the foundation and rebuilding to something better that will go from, you know, dissatisfaction in your world to satisfaction. So you're turning in reverse card into an upright, or at least that is the key idea. Alright, we're going to tackle the recent past over here. So we have the Folly in the reverse, which is our Tower in the reverse. The 8 of Challenges, which is our 8 of Swords in the reverse. The 3 of Spells, which is our 3 of Wands. The Moonlight, which is the Moon card. The Ace of Boons, the Ace of Pentacles. The 10 of Challenges, which is the 10 of Swords. The Keeper of Boons, which is our King of Pentacles. The Liar, which is our Devil card in this deck. The Strength card. The 6 of Challenges, so this is the 6 of Swords. The Weaver of Visions, so our Queen of Cups. And the 5 of Visions, the 5 of Cups in the reverse. This is where I get that ignoring it, sweeping under the rug, a defeatist, I can't do it attitude is coming from. It's from this recent past section right here. We either don't know how to free ourselves of our limitations, our obstacles, our unhealed business, our wounds, or we're outright refusing to change when we could actually tackle it. I mean, the opportunity, the Ace of Boons right here says that we've been given opportunities to go forth despite everything, the uncertainty, the fear, and to change it. However, we kind of let fear stop us at every turn. Or we let anxiety take over. We let the pain take over. We wallow in it in a way. That's not good for us. That's not healthy. So instead of controlling our world, we end up over here with the Devil card. We either let the world distract us. We let the daily life take over, and we just kind of move it to the back burner. We sweep it aside. We gloss it over, even though we do have the opportunity to take the matter in our hands and go forth with it and to heal and get rid of the pain. The opportunity to heal has been there before, whether we realize it or not. And this is where I'm getting that repeated cycle of, okay, you've ignored it, you've walked away from it. Oh, you said that you couldn't do that. You've wallowed in the pain. You've glossed it over. You've ignored it for far too long, and now it's come back around again. You're literally being called to address things, to purge, and if you don't heal it again, it's going to come back around. This is a vicious cycle right here. It's a repeated cycle, and you've got the opportunity to heal it once and for all. Actually, you know what? Let's do this before I pick this up. Anything you would like to add? The Lovers reverse and the Fire Alpha male, so that is our King of Wands. Yeah. So we didn't choose to take action. We literally did not make the choice to control and exert our will, our influence, and make an action. So we might have judged the situation, said, oh no, that's messy, that's too much work, and let the ego win. And we've totally ignored this. Remember, opting not to do something is a choice. Being on the fence and being aware of it and agonizing over what to do, it is still a form of a non-choice. But yes, that's how that reads, is not making a choice or being so uncertain about what to do that you do nothing because you've, persisted in contemplating so long that you absolutely get nothing done. All right, we're going to go for the lowest we can achieve. So we have the Five of Spells, which is the Five of Wands, the Four of Challenges, which is the Four of Swords, the Seeker of Visions, which is our Knight of Cups, Two of Challenges, which is the Two of Swords in reverse, Seeker of Challenges, so that is our Knight of Swords in the reverse, the Lovers, the Four of Boons, so the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Visions, which is our Seven of Cups in the reverse, the Ten of Visions, Ten of Cups, the Nine of Boons, so the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Seeker of Spells, which is our the Knight of Wands, Okay. Well, I can sum this up basically in two words. Avoidance, escapism. When push comes to shove and you're up to bat, you sit there and basically go off into la la land. You get very much in your feels, but you don't make a choice. You don't know what direction to go into. Instead, you literally make the choice to hold on to how things have always been, which is not a direction towards happiness, not at all. It changes absolutely nothing in your physical world when you literally have the capability of taking action and move in a new direction. So as I said, avoidance and escapism. It's like procrastination right here. That's literally the lowest you can achieve, is going, nope, ain't gonna handle it today. Nope, I can't do that today. Just be like, well, I don't know what to do, so I won't do anything. I don't know how to solve this. I don't know how to fix this, so we'll just do nothing and hope it solves itself. It's not going to solve itself. And if you run away from it, well, it's still going to be there. You can't run away from your own problems, your own issues, and big or small, you know, you can't run away from your bad habits because you're still doing them. So until you break the cycle, they're still going to be there. Your trauma, if you don't heal it, it's still going to be there. If you have poor boundaries and you're dealing with toxic people that are not good for you and you're draining all your energy, they're still going to have that over and over and over again until you learn to put your foot down and reorganize your boundaries and cut certain people loose. It's the same thing. All right, Spirit, anything you would like to add for the lowest we can achieve? Seven of Cups and our King of Swords. You have choices, and you have to see that there are options available. You just have to learn to focus and see them clearly, and ultimately choose. If you choose something and it doesn't work out, well, you're trying. You're putting effort into it. Whereas not choosing in fear of things or ignoring it or fear of making the wrong choice, so you don't make a choice, is not going to solve anything. It's better to make a choice because you have options available and see it through. Maybe you'll succeed, maybe you won't, but you're at least moving. You're working on it. You're putting effort into it. And putting energy into it is the best thing for you, especially if the energy you're putting in is in action rather than inaction. So do something. And now for the highest we can achieve for the month of May. There's quite a few positive cards here. Okay, so we have the Seven of Boons, the Seven of Pentacles, the Enchanter, which is our Magician in this deck, the Weaver of Challenges, so that's our Queen of Swords, the Sunlight, which is the Sun card, the Three of Boons, the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Visions, so the Two of Cups reversed, the Six of Visions, so that's our Six of Cups, Starlight, the Two of Spells, that's our Two of Wands, and the Weaver of Spells, so our Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so basically we see what's worth it, we go after it with everything we got, and we do it in a very concise, controlled and focused manner because we've made the choice and decisive action to go after our happiness and work on it, because in the past we've been disjointed and out of whack to the point where we needed healing. We've waited on that to be healed for quite some time, and we haven't taken action on it in the past, and we realize that. We're aware that it's been left too long, and now we're going to actively try to work on it because we know it needs work. Spirit, anything you would like to add for the highest we can achieve? Sky Guardian, Sky Alpha Male. So our Knight of Swords, our King of Swords, and then the Sea Alpha Male, which is our King of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so we're moving with assurance, focus, clarity when it comes to anything that is not good for us, as well as things that, yes, you do need to be healed, because we haven't been able to move past that for the longest time. So basically we're getting over a hump where we've seen resistance and procrastination and denial. Denial, yes, denial, escapism. We're now getting over that, and it's because we've Queen of Swords. We're seeing clearly, we're rising above, and we're being very direct and honest with ourselves. We've literally been made aware that it ain't gonna heal itself. It's not gonna heal itself. It's not going to fix itself unless we do something, and we have to work on it. It's that kind of push comes to shove moment, and the light bulb goes on of, okay, we can't let it be any longer because it's doing us no good. So yes, and I'm filming this a couple days into the month, and this is a prevalent theme through all the daily tarot videos. In fact, I think I called one video Better Choices. So literally the lowest we can achieve and the highest we can achieve is our choices. To ignore it, procrastinate, get distracted, escapism, or to handle our shit and deal with it, because we realize it's a problem. We're aware it's a problem, and it's not going to go away unless we do something. So there's two very concise choices right there. So we can sit on our hands, or we can really use our hands and get to work. All right, time for the near future. We have the Wide World, which is the World card, which I love this card, by the way. The Forest Lord, so our Emperor. The Ace of Challenges, that's our Ace of Swords in the reverse. The Seven of Spells, Seven of Wands in the reverse. The Seeker of Boons, so that's our Knight of Pentacles. And the Nine of Visions, the Nine of Cups. So going forward in this new cycle in the near future, we're literally realizing we have the ability to exert control and have authority over how we live our lives, basically. So we're being more proactive. Now, we're not 100% sure about what we're doing, the direction we're heading in, and what needs to be done. So there's a little bit of doubt and uncertainty, but we're still moving forward, slowly but surely. The Knight of Pentacles here says that we're moving forward. We're trying to realize we need to take steps and slowly do that. Whether, we're just slowly dipping our toe into the pool, we're making at least effort into happiness and what we wish for, where we would like to see things to go. So tentatively putting effort into it to pick a direction and try it out. Like I said, it feels like you're dipping your toes into the pool. You're testing the waters. You're uncertain about what's in there, what temperature it is, and if it's right and okay to do, but you're doing it anyway. So effort. You're trying. You've made a choice, and you're seeing if it's the right one, which is fine, because Seven of Cups says we have more than one option and way to do this. It is available, but we needed to pick something, and this shows that, hey, we were willing to try. All right, Spirit, anything else you would like to add for the near future? Oh, I love that. They gave us the Fool card. A new start. Trying. Right there. Trying. You're giving it a go. It's better than, you know, ignoring it or, you know, repeating the same old thing, expecting a different outcome. I mean, that's the definition of insanity. So, trying something is better than nothing. And we're moving right on to advice. We have the 3 of Challenges, the Ace of Spells, the Hermit, the 5 of Challenges, the Council of Animals, which is our Judgment, the Forge, which is Temperance, and the Keeper of Spells, which is our King of Wands. Okay, so anytime we're in pain, we're suffering, there's always an action that we can take. There is a way to fix it. However, we have to be honest with ourselves and maybe even do a little bit of soul searching when it comes to the pain and ask yourself, what is the source of the conflict? What is the crux of the situation? And what can I do to fix it? How can I mend it? How can I build it up and make it better? What actions can I take to readdress the negativity and the pain, the suffering, and make me whole again? In other words, anytime you have pain, stress, anguish, there's conflict, ask yourself where it comes from, and then look at it from the, how do I fix it? Because if it's broke, you got to fix it. Because there's actions that you can do. There are steps you can take to fix it. As I said, fix it, mend it, make it better. So your advice is don't ignore it. Do something about it. You will find answers. It may take a minute, but you have to identify where the conflict is, what's the source to begin with in order to heal it, mend it, transform it, make it better. Yeah. 9 of Earth and the reverse, the 10 of Sea and the Lovers. Anything that you are lacking, that's out of sorts, in order to gain happiness, you're going to have to make choices, but also connections on where those are. You have to identify it. And that's literally the key. What is the source? Because once you identify the source, the crux of the issue, then you can actually figure out how do you fix it? How do you mend it? But you have to make those connections. And now we're going to move on to the environment. We have the 2 of Boons, the 8 of Spells, the Green Mother, which is the Empress, the Ace of Visions, or Ace of Cups in the reverse, and the 4 of Cups. Okay. So this is very much like a yo-yo of inaction and action. You have 2 choices, and you kind of have to juggle them at any point in time of wanting to move forward and getting the message that you need to nurture self-respect and take care of yourself and those that are important to you, versus being drained and unhappy and just thinking about it, pondering about it, and procrastinating, putting it off, and doing nothing. So action versus inaction. And there's a balance between the two. It's just depending on any given moment whether you fall on one side or the other. So you could go either way. and you got to juggle all this. It's that mind, body, spirit connection that I was talking about earlier, and how to get over the obstacle. You have to have what you say, what you do, and what you feel working in tandem. That way you can see where you want to go and how to get there. So depending on where your focus is and where you let your energy fall is going to depend on whether you move forward or not. Spirit, you want to add? There it is. Earth Alpha Female, that's our Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Sure you guys want that in the upright. Spirit, do you want the Tower in the upright or the reverse? I came out sideways. Watch me as I get butterfingers now. Spirit, which way did you want the Tower, the upright or the reverse? There it is. Upright, yeah, upright. Okay. I figured. Okay. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the Tower, the Five of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, all the things that are not working for you and your world, and where you don't know how to correct it. You really need to address your displeasure with that, where your unhappiness is, where things are not abundant and fruitful as you would like. You got to shake up that energy when it comes to your feelings about it and do something about it. You literally have to do something. The Knight of Swords, you have to take action, even if you are not certain, not clear. So instead of being two minds about it, you gotta get up and move. Because being in an environment where you're like, oh, I want to, no, I can't. Back and forth, back and forth. It's that yo-yo energy, and it's being two minds about everything is very much an obstacle in and of itself. That's the Eight of Swords energy. That will keep you stuck if you're stuck with indecision. And a hope and a fear, we're going to move right on, is the Five of Boons, the Five of Pentacles. Hope and a fear that nothing will get better. That is your fear. That there is nothing you can fix, there's nothing you can do, and you're stuck with it. Now, on the flip side, a hope is that you lose something. You lose what needs to be lost. That's the hope, is that this gets released and you're free. But the fear is that you can't fix it. That there's nothing to be gained, and you might feel a little all alone in the situation. Yeah, Six of Swords in the reverse, not being able to move forward, not able to do anything about it. That's very much straightforward for a hope and a fear. However, our lovely outcome right here is the Four of Spells. In other words, the Four of Wands. So freedom, victory, success, seeing your rewards. In other words, having decided to do something, you pick an option and you work on it. And you keep working on it. You work on it hard enough that you are successful and you see the outcome on the other side. So whatever bad habit you have, you see that it's gone for good. It doesn't bug you anymore. And perhaps you get more free time. Perhaps you get a bigger boost of energy because you've cut out something bad in your diet. Sometimes maybe you're cutting out a person and you realize you're happier without them, and that is your reward. Because you get more energy, you get less distraction, etc. And that's, I'm sorry, Four of Wands for an outcome for a reading is fabulous. Spirit, is there anything else you'd like to add for the outcome before we go? Okay, you really meant no, didn't you? Okay. Yes. Yeah. Oh, sorry. For those that are new to my channel, I take uprights for yes and reversals for no. I asked if there was anything they would like to add. They said no. So that is where I leave this monthly reading. Seems pretty straightforward. As I said, it comes down to what do you have that needs to be purged. It also comes down to your choices, what choices you make, and whether or not you are willing to make them. There's denial, there's procrastination, there's just plain ignorance on some of it, and just wanting to avoid. So be aware of anytime your ego takes over. Be aware of any time you're not in sync. Remember to stay balanced and grounded and centered, and hopefully you can get your head and your heart, your mind, your body, your spirit to all function as one. That way you can direct yourself in a correct manner to find the direction and options, choices that work the best for you. All right, my lovelies, I hope some of this resonated for you. If it did, go ahead and let me know what it was that resonated for you down in the comments section. If the reading also resonated, go ahead, give me the big thumbs up. Apparently YouTube finds that important, especially with their algorithm. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe at will, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.